The time is ripe and the day is here when all of us were desperate to look at what ChatGPT had to offer in terms of its updates because of the conference that they've had recently. They did an amazing job by introducing a slew of new features that are absolutely going to blow your mind. And I couldn't wait until I got hold of these features to test them myself. And they're just truly amazing. For starters, ChatGPT can go ahead and give you updated information as on until April 2023 and not January 2022 as it was earlier. So now with the upgraded set of things in terms of low tokenization, more value for money that you can go ahead, and you also have the amazing option to go ahead and create your own custom GPTs for any specific set of activities that you have. Earlier we had custom instructions, but OpenAI couldn't keep up with the amount of requests that they were coming in. So they had to roll out a model where anybody can go ahead and create a custom GPT of your choice. More on the way. And they have launched about 16 GPTs. But there's also another reason that they have done what they have done in terms of introducing these GPTs, or agents as they call. The reason is users desperately needed some sort of mechanism to keep a control and to refine the scope of the conversation for a specific purpose. Which means when I wanted ChatGPT to act as a travel advisor, even though I prompted it to act like a travel agent or somebody who can plan the travel for me, there were certain glitches where it used to go out of scope sometimes. Knowledge is not always a blessing, see? So what happens now is it is going to go ahead and give you specific GPTs where you can go ahead and refine the scope of ChatGPT. You can control the conversation to stay in that lane, right? So that is an amazing feature. You can ask ChatGPT to be your travel planner. You can ask it to be your DALL-E counterpart in designing images. Now it can go ahead and analyze data much better, and it can go ahead and generate images, etc. And let's step in, and I cannot wait until I show you what's in there. So on your screens, you should be able to see the new updated ChatGPT screen where it says ChatGPT can now browse the web, analyze data, and generate images. Browsing the web basically is the capability that Google Bard has, and Google Bard really capitalized on that. But now with the option to chat with Bing, you can go ahead and make ChatGPT also browse the internet, which means the data is not limited to what it was in the past. You can get much updated data, right? So these capabilities are now built into GPT-4. No need to select them, available for Plus users already. These GPTs, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, they're only available for Plus users or premium subscribers and enterprise users. Truth be told, there's also a new model that is going to be released, which is ChatGPT-4 Turbo, which is insane in terms of the amount of tokens it uses, the speed at which it delivers the responses, and the way it responds to these images. I think I have already shown a video where I compared both ChatGPT-4 and ChatGPT-4 Turbo, and the results were just phenomenal. So let's jump right in to see what it is that ChatGPT is offering. So let's say get started. So first things first, what you will see is when you click on your name, you will see something called as My GPTs, which is your set of GPTs or custom models that ChatGPT has given you. Let's see if there's anything else in settings and beta features. Okay, there's something called as Builder Profile. That's interesting. Personalize your Builder Profile to connect with users of your GPTs. These settings apply to publicly shared GPTs, which means if you can think of when App Store was introduced, right, where people could go ahead and interact with a lot of apps designed for a specific purpose. I look at GPTs or agents the same way. It is just an app store for what App Store was for apps. ChatGPT store is going to be for GPTs or agents. Now, ChatGPT later this year is also going to go ahead and launch a new ChatGPT store where you could go ahead and install by your GPTs. If you're a creator yourself, if you like to create these tools or agents, you can go ahead and start putting them up on the store, and they can be up for sale. And this is where you will go ahead and personalize your Builder Profile to connect with users of your GPTs. These settings apply to publicly shared GPTs. You need to remember that if you are using a GPT named, let's say, Expedia, for example. Now, this is created by Expedia, right? Just because you're using that GPT does not mean that your conversations will be accessible to Expedia. These are anonymous to you. Anybody who has launched a GPT does not own your data, so you can be rest assured on that. All right, so now this is me, and then I can go ahead and select a web domain. I can go ahead and verify a new domain. You must have a verified domain to enable displaying a link. All right, I would do that later, I am guessing. And then let's go ahead and, where are we? We are in beta features general. So this is all done. So let's go quickly and see what my GPTs gives you, right? So I click on the my GPTs. Now these will be, I think 16 such GPTs or agents are launched already that you would have access to, which means you can access any of these GPTs to execute any specific task within the scope of what that agent is letting you do, right? It could be DALL-E only for generating images. It could be, let's say, the negotiator GPT, which means it will start acting and role playing like a negotiator with you. Now there can be a lot of things that you can go ahead and execute with these GPTs. All right. So create a GPT, customize a version of ChatGPT for a specific purpose. So I'm just going to say plus. Okay. So this is GPT Builder. Hi, I'll help you build a new GPT. You can say something like make a creative who helps generate visuals for new products, or make a software engineer who helps format my code. What would you like to make? Okay, let's say I am looking at generating visuals for my upcoming ads. Let's see what happens. Now the builder is going to great. Let's create a GPT that specializes in creating images. Okay, to start, how about naming this GPT ad visualizer? Does it work for you? Okay, that works. There you go. So this is what the GPT is giving me, and this is going to name it as ad visualizer. It is in the draft state. I can go ahead and, okay, let's change the red to purple in the above image. Generating a profile picture. Let's see what that comes up with. Move myself around so that this is a custom GPT that I'm building, right? I can go ahead and say act like a business owner who I want to negotiate with, which I will. Okay, this is brilliant, right? So though it may not be the exact same thing, but there's definitely the instructions that I've given that were put in. A similar image was created. Okay, okay, I'm okay with this. Okay, that's it. Now this is where you can go ahead and create your custom GPTs. Let's try something else, right? And behavior. Okay, now you can go ahead and start defining the behavior, what you want it to do, and so that you can give all the information that's needed for the builder to go ahead and perform according to your wishes, right? Now let's say if I want to configure this, I'll name it, I'll add a description, instructions, blah blah blah. Okay, what are the capabilities, and then I'll say actions if I want any APIs included. So this is how we will go ahead and build a GPT, right? Now, these are the ones which are made by OpenAI, and you have about 16 of them, if I'm not mistaken. You get an idea as to what you can be prepared to even before you pitch to your advertiser. So, similarly, you can define any roles that you would want to your bots, and then you can start getting on with any bot that you can go ahead and think of. You can create that. It could be an educator. It could be anything that you can possibly imagine, right? Now, these are 16 bots that have been introduced by ChatGPT. So let's say if we have something called as, okay, I'll help you advocate for yourself and get better outcomes, become a great negotiator. Okay. Message the negotiator. I have a client who is hard negotiating for the price of my service. I am at $5,000 USD per month as a retainer, and he is at $25,000 USD, right? So how do I approach? Now this is a predefined bot that you could go ahead and in your situation, it seems that there's a significant gap. Okay, understand your client's perspective. So you can go ahead and use any of these bots that you can think of. Either you can create one for yourself, or you can go ahead and explore the bots which are already there, right? So do you see how effective these are in terms of there in terms of executing your task at hand? There will be more of these, right? There will definitely be more of these. Some made by ChatGPT and some going to be made by people like you and I, who can go ahead and upload them onto the store. I mean, you can also sell them if eventually over time, right? So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the new world of what ChatGPT could bring to the table. And I would say sky is the limit. You can pretty much get anything that you would want executed, whether it is a travel agent bot that you would want to create, or you define what the bot has to be done, and then you can reuse it multiple times. So this is, I think, a wonderful world that we're living in. Basically, this is the web store for any bot that you could want to go ahead and execute for yourself. So that's it from now. That's it for now. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know, and then we could take it ahead from there. My name is Casey, and you are watching Marketing Think Tank.